So I was in the gym recently and I'm doing muscle ups on rings and I can feel someone watching me from a distance. As I finish my set, a guy comes up to me and says, "Oh, can you show me the form on this exercise? Like, you're so strong." Okay, maybe he didn't say that. But, "Can you show me form on this exercise?" "Yeah, sure, fine." I could kind of sense that he actually doesn't want to know how to do this exercise, that he's only making conversation. Like, you know when people in the gym just come to the gym just to talk, to waste their own time, your time. So I tell him, yeah, you put your hands like this, overhand grip, cool, you do the exercise, blah, blah, blah. I showed him slowly how to do the exercise. He wasn't even watching, he was like getting distracted. As I finished telling him, he's asking me another question. Fine. "Where are you from?" A question I get quite frequently. Like, look at me, I don't look like I'm from Ireland. I mean, I do have the accent, but I kind of look foreign. So yeah, I'm from Lithuania. "Oh, Labas, oh." Eyes light up. That's hello in Lithuanian, by the way. Eyes light up. "I'm from Lithuania too." Cool, there goes the next 15 minutes of my session, out the window. The guy starts to tell me things like this. "It takes 6 men to carry a coffin, but it takes 1 woman to put you into one. Never get married. Women will completely torture you and you will end up with nothing. You will lose your home and everything else. Never have children. Your children will completely disrespect you. There's no respect to the male nowadays, you know." Stuff like this. "Always play around with women and never get serious in a relationship. Just leave them. Leave them as soon as you get a chance. Like, just play around with women." This misogynistic advice that I was given, even though I didn't ask for advice. I mean, that guy was just telling me his life story over and over while I was working out. So, without me asking, he told me a lot about his personal life, his relationships, everything like that. Been through 2 divorces, both lasting 9 years. Well, the relationship lasting 9 years. His son disrespects him. Well, non-biological son. Living in his truck at the moment because he has been forced out of his house. And that's pretty much it. Feels like he's been dealt the wrong cards in life. Well, I will tell you this. First of all, this video is dedicated to those who are maybe the younger audience. If you are ever going to encounter advice like this from similar situations, because this advice will be quite common nowadays. I'll tell you why. Also, I'll tell you about relationships. I'll teach you a little about relationships that you might need to know. So, this video is if you encounter any sort of advice like this. So, to start off, it's all his fault. There's no one else to blame but yourself. You wake up every single morning and you are forced to make choices. You have thousands of choices that you can make, A or B. A or B. Hedonism or delayed gratification. Instant or delayed gratification. You always like choose pleasure or pain. Going to the gym or staying at home playing video games. You always have choices to make. You either pass a test that your woman gives you or you fail the test that your woman gives you. Those choices. And you have to make the correct decision every single time. Now, okay, sure, if the bus comes over and hits you from behind when you're on the sidewalk walking to somewhere, to the gym, and the bus hits you like, I don't know, on the side, and you can't run away, you don't see the bus, then okay. Some things are out of our control, but still, it's all his own fault because all of the things that happened have been made by him. Like all of the choices that he's been making, that's what led to this situation. So as we are born with both feminine and masculine characteristics. We have a wide array of hormones. The same as women. Women are also born with masculine and feminine, but predominantly feminine characteristics. The same as us, we are born with predominantly and concentrated masculine energy. As we grow up, we will want the polar opposite to us. We will want a feminine woman as a masculine man. And when a woman becomes masculine towards us, we will find it quite repulsing and unattractive. The same way a woman will seek out a masculine man. If she is in her feminine and she has feminine characteristics, she will be forced to look for a masculine man. And the relationship works out perfectly, because you have polar opposites. Whenever you have polar opposites, everything works, like the magnet. You want the polar opposite to you all the time because you can learn from each other. She can give you her feminine, and you can learn from her feminine, and you can give her your masculine, and she can learn from you, and the relationship works beautifully. This is where things go wrong in today's world, because, let's face it, men are becoming weak and losing their masculinity, and women, I can't blame women at all, because men have become weak, and women have to take on masculine roles and become more masculine. And this is maybe what happened in that guy's, the 45-year-old in the gym, telling me about his problems. Maybe that's what happened to him. He has been tested by his woman, and he has shown glimpses of femininity that repulsed her. She has been testing him, which always happens, as if you have been in relationships, you know that you get tested by women quite frequently. And this is a positive. If you see your woman's tests as negatives, boy, are you wrong. Because those tests make you stronger. You should know this better than anyone. If you're a male watching this, you know that every single test that your woman throws at you makes you stronger. The same way in life, every single challenge that you're forced to face and conquer, you grow through that challenge. You grow through failures. So every single test that your woman gives you, that's a positive. Because now you can learn to grow. And if you fail these tests, and fail them again and again, your woman will start to disrespect you, and she will start to just basically be more masculine. Because if you're not masculine, then someone has to be. Someone has to take charge. Someone has to have the balls in the relationship. And this is what happens. Women are going into roles that are more masculine, taking up more masculine roles in jobs, in the household, everywhere. And men don't like this because we're born with more masculine characteristics, and we expect a feminine woman, but how can you expect a feminine woman if you're not masculine? You're getting the polar opposite of what you are. If you're feminine, then you're going to get the masculine. And women are way capable, like they're really capable of being masculine because they have testosterone too. And they can tap into this testosterone whenever they feel like. And it's your job to prevent that from happening. And if that does happen, it's completely your fault. Just like that 45-year-old's decisions in life have forced his woman probably to become more masculine, and he didn't like that. And every single test that he's failed repulsed his woman, and his woman said, "See you later, bro. Let me find a more masculine man." So whenever you get advice like this from someone else, telling you to not have children, telling you to play around with women, this misogynistic bullshit, if you get this from anyone else, just laugh at them. Just say, "Sorry, bro, I don't want to talk to you." Or something along those lines. Maybe tell them to read The Way of the Superior Man by David Deida. And if you haven't read this book, maybe you should too. Because it teaches you a lot about relationships. Tells you about polar opposites of relationships and how they work. Tells you all about the tests that a woman gives you. Tells you about a man's purpose. That the most important thing to a man is the purpose. And if you don't chase your purpose, then everything else fails. If you don't have a purpose as a man, then it's impossible also to be a masculine man. Because we are growing through challenge. We need challenge, we need purpose. If we don't have that, well, then we're feminine. Then we're not men. So read that book. And once you do, recommend it to other people that give you this sort of advice. Because this advice is becoming more and more common, because more and more men are failing challenges, failing those tests that the woman gives them. And then they feel like they've been dealt the wrong cards, and then they go to you and say, "Oh, play around with women, don't get serious with women," because they failed and you feel like you will too. But no. It's your job to be a man. It's your job to be masculine. It's your job to lead the relationship to success. And if you won't, then your woman will try to. She won't do as good of a job as you will, because you, as a masculine man, have been born with the right things. And if you have been making the right choices in life, then you will be capable of doing that. You'll be capable of leading the relationship to success. And if a woman tries to lead a relationship, most of the time it gets destroyed. Most of the time it gets led into destruction anyways, because That's just the way it works. Men are leaders. There are more leaders in this world that are men than women. And there's a reason for that. Yes, you can go into history and see that we have had more rights as men. But it's all nature. Human nature works that way. Testosterone, all of that. That's why it happens. I don't want to get too much into this in this video. So yeah, don't listen to this advice. And you want the polar opposites. That's why gay and lesbian relationships always have a top and a bottom. That's why they always have a masculine figure and a or a masculine figure and a feminine figure. You never have like a masculine and a masculine where like two, like, you know, if you have a gay couple, like two gorillas are walking and both of them are like really masculine. No, you have one feminine guy and you have one masculine guy. And it works for them. Same way in lesbian relationships. You have a masculine woman that cuts her hair short, and you have a feminine woman that has longer hair and dresses pretty and stuff, and the other dresses like a boy. And that's how the world works. You can only have a relationship when you have two polar opposites. And if you fail as a man, if you fail to be masculine, then your woman will have balls. She will tap into her testosterone. She will lead the relationship. You will fail, and the relationship is doomed. And if you can't get back onto your feet and lead the relationship, then it's all your fault. And this all happens pretty much because you don't have a purpose. We as men, when we have a purpose, and again, this is quoting The Way of the Superior Man by David Dida, if you have a purpose as a man, then you're masculine. Because if you're working hard, and a purpose takes hard work. It takes hard work to complete or fulfill your purpose. So if you're working hard, you're out there day and night working towards your purpose, then you'll be a masculine man, because that's what it takes. It takes hard work. You learn discipline. You gain power of will. That's it for this video. I'll try and keep it short. I have coaching calls in the description. If you're interested in learning more about relationships, maybe you're in need of relationship advice, then I'm here to help. Book a coaching call. We can chat one-to-one. Like the video, subscribe, comment down below, and stay masculine.